Alright, hello everyone. I've been asked to show how to install an auction house bot in World of Warcraft. So we're going to do that. Some people were asking me if the little bots running around can post auctions. I don't think they can right now, but we do have a module that you can install called Auction House Bot. And it looks like this. When you go to the auction, you can find all sorts of, mats and different items. What's great about this auction house add-on is that not only can you buy stuff on it, but you can actually sell too. If you post auctions, the auction house bot, I guess depending on the price, will actually buy your auctions and you'll get gold from them. So it kind of works. I'm pretty impressed with it. Let's see if I have anything else to sell here. No, I really don't. But I've already seen it. It works. And there's epics here, there's blues, there's all sorts of things. We'll search 57 to 60 epics. And you see that? You could just buy some Giant Stalker. You can adjust the prices. I don't know how to do it right now. It's a deeper setting that I'm not familiar with, but I think they're pretty reasonable prices for... Oh, there we go. A buyer has been found. You see that? Right there. Let's go check the mail. Yep, see? Pretty good, huh? He's the one who bought it. So this bot, it does everything. Now, if you install this, you're on your own. Okay, I'm now logging into my second account, which I just kind of removed the auction house bot. Sort of, I think. Alright, so there's nothing on the auction house right now. I got the instructions in my install text. It's at the very bottom. You can scroll down to my installation text file, and I'll link it in the description as well as the comments. Okay, we now have to create our account that's going to have the auction house bot on it. There we go. Just going to name it. We're going to do this in the WoW session. When your server has to be up, you go into the WoW session. Just like this. You've seen the WoW session before. And this is where you can create accounts. So create an account. It doesn't have to be AHBot. It can be whatever you want. Password, whatever you want. And then you have to log into the account and make a character. Let's do that. AHBot. Password. I'll just name it Auction House. Okay? Add-ons don't matter. We'll just disable them. You just log in once. And then log out. Now don't log into this character again. Okay, once we're out of there, we must now log into our database with HeidiSQL. Keep in mind that even if your server is down and you're not running your WoW server, you can still log into the database as long as your Linux computer is on or your Debian is running. So you don't need to have the game running to be able to connect to your SQL database. So how are we going to do that? Well, HeidiSQL right here. Now remember, if you forgot what your IP was for your computer, remember type IP space A. So we'll take that IP address for the server, and then we'll open it here. We'll start a new session. We'll just name it Azeroth or whatever. We got to change the host name right here to the IP of your computer. So there it is. Now the user and password is the step that we just did. You remember? Up here a little bit when we made this account right here. So this nerve with the password set to password, that's what we're going to put in HeidiSQL. So it's going to be nerve and then password. And we're going to hit save. Now we never have to put the password in again. We just double click it. There we go. Okay, we're in. Let me move this a little bit so we can see it. Okay, now we have to get the account ID and the GUID of the characters. We're going to need these later. So to get the account ID, you go to Acore Auth and then account. You got to hit this data button up here. This button right here, data. Okay, now we see all the usernames. Scroll all the way down to the bottom and we'll see AHBot. So there's his account ID. We want to keep that 205. Okay, I'm going to put the 205 right here. Now we need his ID, so we got to go to Acore Characters database, which is right here. Expand it. Then we got to go to Characters, which is right here. Now we have to get the GUID. Now same thing, hit the data button over there on the right. So what did I name it? Auction House, right? If it's sorted by GUID, it should be at the bottom, I think. If not, you can hit name once if it has a little triangle on it. If you see one like over here with a triangle on it, just keep clicking until the triangle's gone. If you see a triangle over here, just click it until it's gone so it sorts correctly. So I named that character Auction House, AUC. There it is right there. So I got to get this GUID all the way to the left. 2006. Okay, let's write that down. 2006. All right, we're going to need that. Now we can actually disconnect from Heidi SQL right here, close the database. We don't need that anymore. So we're going to go back to Linux here. Make sure we just add a regular prompt, and we're going to copy the config file like we do with all the modules. And we will use this line from now on with the .conf. This from now on, if we want to make adjustments to this module, we're going to use this. And this is what it looks like. And you can scroll in the text file. I have all my settings there. First, we want to enable it, the seller, enable the buyer, and what else? So we have to set those numbers here. So the account was 205. So the account, you have to type 205. You cannot make a mistake here. And then the GUID was 2006, so it matches up exactly. I'll copy over the rest of my items per cycle here. I put 1200. I made some modifications to my settings, and it was important because if you don't get all the items on the auction house, like dream foil and other things. So if you want, just copy my settings there in the text file. 1. Okay, other items 0. Other trade goods 1. I think I didn't touch the rest. Bind when equipped 1. When used. Okay, good. Let's just keep going. I don't think I changed anything else. Nope, that's it. That's all I changed. Just the first. Yep, everything else. And then we Control O, enter, Control X to exit. Okay, so now we want to set our total number of auctions. And you got to do that again in the SQL database. But I have a nice command here, really nice, that's set up that will automatically change it to 25,000 right here. If you want the auctions to be higher or lower than 25,000 auctions total, change this number right now before you enter this. 25,000 to me seems to be a good number right now. It seems to have a little bit of everything. If you put too few auctions, it won't have everything. So it's up to you what this number should be. So let's enter this stuff in Linux. Okay, exit. I guess I should put exit here. Now, if you restart your server, the auction house should be populated. But before we do that, I want to link all 3 auction houses, Alliance, Horde, and Neutral. Okay, so how do you do that? Well, you edit the world server config file. And then allow two-side interaction. Control W, right click, enter. And it's already on. Okay. I think this is off by default with 0. Allow two-side interaction auction. So we want that 1. Just because when you're in like Gadgetan, for instance, where there's a neutral auction house, or Booty Bay, where there's a neutral auction house, and you open it, I think they should be linked where you can, just put some stuff on up for sale, or, buy something that anybody else can buy. It's up to you. You can have them separate if you want, but I don't. I just have them all linked. Okay, now let's restart the server. We'll type stop and then start. Now there should be actual, let's check out the list here. So when you first start it up, you're going to see it might take a second to populate those auctions before we can actually log into the account. So let's do that now. Okay, remember, don't log into the auction house bot anymore. You don't need to do that. Yep, we got auctions. See that? We'll do 55 to 60. We'll do epics. So it wasn't that bad. You just had to change a few things. Okay. So let's see if there's dream foil. I don't know why I just like dream foil. Nope, none right now. It seems to restock or replenish every now and again. Maybe you want to add more auctions in this. It's up to you. But yeah, that's basically all you do it.